There's not an empty seat in the house right now. Let's get it popping.
Play united, play aggressive. Bring the fight to them.
Touchdown, Kentucky! Down he goes.
Let's go!
Levis keeps it himself. Touchdown, Kentucky!
It's about that G on your helmet. It's you or me.
Handed off to Cook. Touchdown down the middle. Touchdown, Georgia. Watch out. Absolute domination by the Bulldogs. Touchdown, Zeus.
Dial up the deep ball. McConkey is gone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Good day to be a dog.
So it's time for the 75th edition of the Dogs and the Cats. The Home Depot SEC on CBS brings us to Vince Dooley Field, Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, and a matchup of two unbeatens. The 11th ranked Wildcats of Kentucky, and now, after Alabama was beaten a week ago, it's the top ranked Bulldogs of Georgia. As you take a look at the standings in the SEC, in the East, Georgia and Kentucky both unbeaten. Florida's game is not over yet with LSU. 6-0 for the first time since Bear Bryant was coaching. It is the 75th edition. Georgia has won 11 straight. First ever matchup of 6-0 SEC East teams since they went to divisional play in '92. It's beautiful. Clear skies, 73 degrees in Athens. A little bit of a breeze. Georgia won the toss and deferred. 93,000 plus. It's the hottest ticket anywhere in the conference today, if not the country.
And who would have thought
Exactly.
at the beginning of the year that this would be such a huge game?
Jake Camarda has it teed up to kick away. Zach Johnson's back deep. We're underway in Athens. Johnson will take it at the 3. Got a big opening up the middle. Got across the 25 before Georgia closed the door on him, and Kentucky will go to work. Now, so 3rd and short. Fewest points allowed through 6 games in a long, long time, and Levis is going to get the first down on the quarterback keeper.
One of the things that Kentucky has already done to start this game, if you watch Georgia's tape, they do a lot of stunting with their line late. They shift late, they move late, and so far Kentucky has snapped the ball quickly, trying to catch this Georgia defense moving and not getting quite set.
Juton McLean, the second running back, split out to the top of the screen as a wideout.
It's funny, it looks like 5 wideouts, but there's actually 2 tight ends in the game.
Right. So, empty backfield for Levis on first down from the 37. Fires it quick, complete. Robinson again, and Robinson's got another first down, and he gets into Bulldog territory at the 49. Bunch group of receivers, and now they motion over the other side, and this is going to be Jalen Carter, and he's like a mini Jordan Davis, if you will.
Are you allowed to put that together with
I don't know.
320 pounds? But as you can see, he squeezes inside, and really, he and Devontae Wyatt, number 95, both of them, olayed and got in the backfield, and no chance, nowhere to go on that play.
And this is where this defense wants to get you, and has for the first month and a half of the season. 3rd down and long. Just a 3-man rush, swing pass out, barely caught, and down goes the running back. Quay Walker made the tackle.
So here's the problem for Kentucky. One mistake, they get behind the chains, and against this elite defense, it's very difficult.
There's JT Daniels, who would have been the starting quarterback, or was for the first 3 games of the season before the injury. And that's number 13 show.
And on Thursday we were out there, he was lightly throwing.
Yep. Start from the 15. White hit in the backfield. Nice job by the Kentucky defense led by Yusef Corker. A loss on the play.
Oh, I can tell you, when you have safeties making tackle like that, he's in the box, not accounted for, hits it, makes the tackle. That is an aggressive defense. 8 in the box to start the game for Kentucky.
We talk so much about Georgia's defense. Kentucky's defense is number 2 in the conference. So there are no slouches out there in the white with the chrome helmets. Bennett to throw on a rollout, completes it. And that's big Darnell Washington. And a hurdle and a first down all the way out near the 35. The Big O, they call him, not because of his name, but because of his jersey.
Well, when you're that big, and remember, already Todd Monken has seen that Kentucky's aggressive to stop the run. You don't even have to do a high hurdle here. It's a low hurdle. It's light jump for that guy. Devontae Robinson, you got to go higher than that.
He's 6'7", and he got it out to the 33-yard line. First down. Zamir White, left side, might have gotten a face mask in there. I did not see a flag, but somebody had a piece of his cage there. Picked up about 4. 49% on their third down conversions. Here they come. Bennett. They pick it up, and he has plenty of time to throw, but he threw behind his intended receiver. Incomplete, intended for A.D. Mitchell, and Georgia will have to punt.
Look at this protection by this Georgia offensive line. They just make a pile in front of Stetson Bennett on this play. Here they come. Boom! Nothing. Nobody. Poor throw by Stetson Bennett, about 5 yards inside the field. That was his first poor throw of the game. You expect your quarterback to make that throw.
Second down and 10. Rodriguez, straight up the middle. Tough run, but only got about 3 before 3 Georgia Bulldogs stand him up. Well, the faces are new in some very important spots for Kentucky offensively, and there's 3 of them, including the offensive coordinator that Jamie talked about in the open. Levis came from Penn State, Wandell from Nebraska. Wandell was commit to Kentucky. He is a Kentucky native, and the whole state was excited about him. And he said, kind of wavered back and forth, and said, well, I guess all the pressure, I'm just going to get away from home, go to Nebraska. Got there and then said, you know what, I think I want to be closer to home. And they're really happy that he came back home. Third down and 7. Blitz coming from Georgia. Levis throws, ricocheted in the air, incomplete. Jackson made the hit from a safety spot back there, and everybody was trying to get to that loose ball.
Jackson tripped over a body on the ground, or I think he would have had this tip ball for an interception. Slant pass coming in, watch the ball go up, and then Jackson in the middle of the field, he's tracking it and trips right over a play over the pile. And he gets upset because I think he knows he would have had this.
He has been...
I think the whistle blew before the play as well, to tell you the truth. I heard a whistle, but it is pretty loud in here.
It's really loud. They called a timeout before the play clock expired, so we'll take a quick timeout with them.
Even if Jackson would have done it, he wouldn't have done it.
Watch 2 undefeateds, number 11 and number 1. No score here at the midway point. Levis going to flare it out of the backfield, and Georgia's not going to allow the first down as Rodriguez is swarmed under.
That was actually really good zone defense by Georgia that time. For the first time on third down, Kentucky tried to kind of give the look of a quick pass, and Levis was going to try to go deep down the middle, but he had nothing. A little bit of holding right there, but they got away with it by the Georgia defense. And as all the coaches have been telling us, Ness, in college ball, they can get your hands on you.
Yeah, they grab you a little bit.
Yep.
Second and 10. Bennett will roll to throw, and does, and completes it out to the 40-yard line, and that's A.D. Mitchell. First down.
Yeah, I think this is a good call by Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator. He's got to get Stetson Bennett comfortable again, gets him outside of the pocket. He is really nimble. He's been able to gain yards, obviously running, but that time he had an easy throw to the outside.
Georgia goes with some tempo here. That one sailed on Bennett, incomplete. Todd Monken right there in front of you, offensive coordinator in his second year as a coordinator here in Athens. And the head coach, little reaction on the sideline. He's been known to do that. Back that last
Yeah,
play.
Mark Stoops a little upset because he felt that Georgia had 12 men in formation and couldn't call timeout. It's like having a huddle with 12. They had 12 in formation. Should have got 5 yards called on it.
They need 5 yards on third down. Bennett got leveled as he threw an incomplete. Good pressure that time.
Yeah, this was a timing pass, a quick slant. Once the throw didn't go right away, he saw that he was in trouble and just had to throw the ball away. Had Big Wright coming right at him.
Jordan Wright, the guy that hit him as he let go of the ball. It's going to bring Jake Camarda out to punt again.
The wind is pretty strong left to right here.
Yep.
You know what I noticed so far about Kentucky in this game? Arkansas came in and could not handle the crowd noise.
Right.
Kentucky seems perfectly comfortable with it.
Here's a quick throw, wide out screen to Robinson. Broke through the two blockers. A flag flies in. He didn't get to the first down marker, but he did burst through there. And let's see what the penalty's about.
Yeah, usually that's holding on one of those receivers out there. Might be a tight end lined up wide.
Holding. Offense. Number 84. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. Replay second down.
Isaiah Cummings, a guilty party.
Isaiah Cummings, a wide receiver a year ago, kind of a hybrid. Wide receiver, tight end. Out there wide and kind of gets a takedown.
So another penalty that puts Kentucky's offense back on their heels at the 5-yard line.
And a stop here by Kentucky is going to give them great field position.
That was Cummings in motion.
Nice hold.
And a good run out.
Yeah, good blocking.
8 or 9 for Cavassier Smoke.
Because if Georgia could have got a stop on this Kentucky offense, remember, it would have been third and short. But watch this offensive line. Every one of these 5 guys have started every game. Beautiful job by Fortner, number 79, the center, reaching left and then getting to the second level and getting a key block. And it's third and short.
Just a yard to go.
They went sneak third and short last time.
Not from the shotgun, not this time. Rodriguez behind. Levis gets the carry and doesn't get the first down. Might have lost a yard.
Yeah, that kind of surprises me. That's a long time for these guys to hold the blocks. But this offensive line is facing up here in the middle. And, the dancing bear just kind of did.
They were holding him and it didn't matter.
Did you see that play?
One-armed it.
Number 99, Jordan Davis danced through that double block. And again showing why Dan Lenning says, just keep doing that. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Goodfellow set to punt again, and as Gary said, if they get the stop, they should get good field position. It should be somewhere around midfield. At least that's where Kearis Jackson's camped out. And this one off the side of his foot, but it does take a decent bounce, and it will be around midfield when Georgia goes back to work offensively.
No target.
Bennett throws to the outside. A.D. Mitchell is going to have a first down.
That's the best throw by Stetson Bennett in the football game. Great anticipation and getting it out to the true freshman that time. Ball's on the way before Mitchell is even turning around. That's perfect timing. Outside shoulder. Successful.
A.D. Mitchell, an early enrollee, and when he showed up at the G-Day game, people were a little more relieved after George Pickens injured his knee and said, well, this guy's pretty good too. And he is. Bennett loads, fires near side, throws a strike. That one's Ladd McConkey. There's another name you wouldn't have heard a year ago.
Well, I think that's the story of this Georgia offense right here. #1 team in the country. All these 5 stars all over that everybody recruits, but it's Bennett, Mitchell, McConkey that are moving the football down the field, and has been the story of the offense for this team all year.
Stetson Bennett likes to throw the outs and to the sideline. He's done that really well. Yeah.
When you're a little smaller, easier to see to the outside. Tough over the middle.
2nd and 8. Bennett again fires to the near sideline. Bowers made the catch. A collision there with Valentine on the sideline. Short of the first down. Flag down.
Yeah, I think they had an offensive lineman downfield. I think this was maybe a RPO, and the offensive lineman went too far downfield.
An eligible player downfield. Offense. Number 17. 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
I think it was McClendon, the right tackle. It was kind of hard to see here with the wind in the official's microphone.
I think McClendon thought it was a different play because he is way downfield. He's on the 15-yard line, getting called on it right there.
He thought he was his uncle, Willie McClendon, all SEC tailback.
I think he went back. He went back to Bennett and said, "I was wide open.
I was wide open. Throw it to me." 2nd down at 13. Play action. Bennett waits too long. Hit as he throws and incomplete.
Pascal that time, number 4. Playmaking defensive end tackle. Gets to the arm of Bennett just as it's let's go. Comes around inside and wheels back. Gets it right on his right arm.
And that stings.
It did. I think that did hurt Bennett. I think you're right.
He's trying to shake it off right now.
You could see him grimace as he got hit.
Ruling is a fumble on the field, recovered by the offense. The previous play is under review.
All right, so it was ruled a fumble, not an incomplete pass. News to me.
Let's see if he starts his motion forward. It's close. It was ruled a fumble on the field, though. I thought it was starting to come forward myself. It's kind of a loopy motion.
Gene Steratore, our rules official, with us for the first time today. Gino?
I know Stetson Bennett.
After review, the ruling of a fumble recovered by the offense is confirmed. It's 3rd down from the spot of recovery.
So it's 3rd down and about 5.
Just want to make a point. Stetson Bennett came to the sideline and threw on the sideline through the whole review. So as Ness said, he looked like he got stung, and you could see him kind of wince. Goes to grab his right arm, looking for the ball, and he came into the sideline and threw the whole time. So the review actually helped Bennett kind of get over that stinger.
3rd down and a long 4. Number 4, James Cook in the backfield with Bennett. They're going to let the clock wind down now. That was to end the quarter, and they'll have more time to think about it and warm up. We played 15 scoreless between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Wildcats of Kentucky in Athens. We start the 2nd quarter. Home Depot SEC on CBS in Athens, with Georgia facing a 3rd and 5 just inside the Kentucky 20-yard line. See if they can pay things off here in the red zone. James Cook switches sides. Stetson Bennett to throw. Fires a slant to Cook across the middle. Touchdown. Walking in. Georgia leads.
Nice design play. Kentucky shifts the running back, so there's, instead of 2 receivers, there's 3 receivers. Start the play, running back to the backfield, is going to go angle route. 2 Kentucky players overrun the play. Perfect throw, perfect call, execution on 3rd down and 5.
2nd receiving touchdown of the year for James Cook. A 19-yarder.
Please set the game clock to 14:54. 14:54 in the game clock. The result of the play is a touchdown.
JT Daniels on the sideline saying, nice throw, Stetson. And James Cook, the recipient. Jack Podlesny in for the point after to try to cap off the Georgia drive. And it's up and good. So one play into quarter number 2. And Georgia caps off a 50-yard march in 5 plays. Used about 2.5 minutes to get James Cook airborne. 7-0 Georgia. Did the final 19 yards, and it's 7-0 Georgia.
Huge play by Milton, but Jacquez Jones was there for both of them and didn't make the play.
Rodriguez hit in the backfield and a loss of about 4. Devontae Wyatt. That was smoke, actually, in the backfield.
Well, I can tell you there are a lot of people here that says that Devontae Wyatt may be the best player on this defensive line, and if he shows that highlight film, you might get more believe in that.
He had a career-high 7 tackles against Kentucky a year ago, and a big one there, and a loss of 4.
And again, we're out of practice, and we go, this guy looks little, but...
Well, when they stand next to Davis, you think they're all linebackers.
Well, they run like linebackers, I will say that.
Robinson in motion, little flip to him. He bobbled it, regained it, but only got about a yard. And Quay Walker has been in on about 3 tackles already here in the first half.
So the first thing as you look at this play, inside, kind of a pass, that's a kind of pop pass inside, that counts as passing yards. But when you watch this Georgia defense, it doesn't look like the defense we've seen in many years. You can almost depend on Georgia playing man-to-man defense, free safety in the middle. Now this year, much more zone they're playing.
Quay Walker talking with us yesterday said, we don't want anybody even near our end zone. He's doing his part so far today. 3rd down and 12. Levis, pressure coming. He's going to run out of it. But he gets hammered at about the 37-yard line by Nakobe Dean.
When we keep talking, and I've heard Kirby do a bunch of interviews about why is this defense so hard to handle? Is it the shifting, the stunning, the experience? He goes, yeah, all of that counts.
But we got good players.
We got really good guys.
They force another punt. Kobe Dean, the leader of that defense, makes the calls, in this case makes the form tackle. Good fellow to punt. He got all of this one. Here's Jackson says, I'm getting out of the way. I don't want any part of this. And it gets to the end zone, so it'll bring it out to the 20.
When that disengagement happens, that's when you get called.
Milton back in at tailback on a little delayed handoff. Kendall Milton broke a tackle across the 20. Kendall Milton down the sideline. Still going, and he might take it. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out.
I think it was shoved just enough. And again, this is overrun again by this Kentucky defense. Coming from the inside, they overrun the play. Very aggressive. Offensive line shifts. Linebacker and safety both overrun the play. Cutback is there and shoved out just
barely. There's the push, and there's the right foot.
That's a very dangerous play that time by Agent.
About a nice gain by Kendall Milton.
Yeah, if you don't show, you got to tackle him right there.
Got it out to the 47 in the first down. First time since 1950 that Kentucky is 6-0. The coach on that team is one of those guys inducted into the Hall of Fame. Stetson Bennett on the keeper. This is what he does so well that maybe JT Daniels can't. Bennett, first down.
Absolutely. He can see that slot coming in on the blitz from the field, and he's ready to take his momentum and work it against him. He knows that inside with that type of slot blitz from the run blitz from the outside, he's better off with his momentum going one way, just taking it behind him. Good read.
So first it was Milton's 35-yard run, and now Bennett's keeper for 17 more. And Georgia's at the 36-yard line of Kentucky. Another big opening for Cook, and Cook goes for about 12.
I'll tell you, this Georgia offensive line coach Matt Luke has them working as a machine. Everybody holding their block. Great job by Warren McClendon, number 70, the right tackle that time. Inside, Schaefer, number 54. Everybody maybe not blowing them off, but hanging enough with them, and then the great running back finds the gap.
First down at the 24. Zamir White back in now. Georgia doing it on the ground, and Zamir White will score. Touchdown, Georgia. You talk about ground and pound. 35 for Milton, 17 for Bennett, 24 and a touchdown for Zamir White.
You want to see some beautiful blocking? Watch them from the side right here just come down, 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 and then they pull around, and it's open. White says, oh, thank you. I'll just take this thing and cut up, and there was no one in the middle of the field.
Bud Leslie in for the point after. Up and good.
Like watching the Washington Redskins, Washington, what are the football team? They were the Redskins back then.
Back with the Hogs.
Counter OT right there. Down, down, and the Hog pulls around.
80-yard drive, 5 plays, almost all of it on the ground. Zamir White's 7th touchdown of the season, and it's 14-0 Dogs leading Cats. I've been asked so many times, is this the best Georgia defense ever? And, you go back to the Ert Russell days and the Junkyard Dogs and all of that, but they weren't like these guys.
No, but I question the secondary still. They lost 6 defensive backs from last year's team, and no one yet has been able to get the ball in the secondary.
Play action, Levis in trouble again, runs out of trouble again, and slides short of the first down, but he did get it out to the 32-yard line.
The same thing here, the urgency of this Kentucky drive right now. This happened to Arkansas here. All of a sudden, you're in a game, you've got your game plan, and then all of a sudden you fall behind and you're not equipped to play the game you want to play against this defense. And they keep rotating guys in to attack.
Georgia hasn't sacked Levis yet, but they do have 22 sacks to lead the SEC. Rodriguez. And I don't think he got there. It'll be third down and about 2 feet. Kobe Dean and Jackson from the secondary stopped him just shy.
That time it was Jalen Carter, number 88. You wonder, all right, is that Wyatt, or is that Davis, or is that Trayvon Walker? You're trying to make sure you got the right guy, because they all play about the same.
You saw the football and where the line to make. Now they'll come up under center. Levis dropped the ball, second effort, but was his knee down?
And that's going to be the question. Well, one thing Kentucky did this time, though, is play through.
They're already marking it down and moving the chain, so he did not kneel down to get that football.
Unless replay shows it down. Drops the snap. They try to go hurry up.
Well, his knee is down.
Well, no, he didn't get it. His knee was down, but he didn't get the ball. By the time he gets control of it,
he's standing again. Wow, crazy play.
You see, the crowd didn't stick with the replay. Us veteran guys.
Yeah, you gotta watch to the whistle.
Yes.
RPO, quick slant, drops. Well, he would have been off to the races. Brendan Bates, one of those tight ends, had a lot of room in front of him.
Brendan Bates kind of came on, one of the surprises of spring ball. Bates this time, just get there, RPO perfectly wide open, perfect throw, just one more thing.
Got to take it with you. He'll come out, it'll be second down and 10. Quickly, like a little bunch huddle and up to the line in a hurry. Here comes a blitz. Levis throws quick, throws to the other tight end, and that's going to be Justin Rigg.
The only thing that's different is Ness said it was a blitz. They did bring linebackers, but they played zone behind it. They kept the play in front of them, so they attack, they drop a defensive end, and they said, let's see you dump it off. We'll come up and make the tackle. In the past, when you put on Georgia tape, it was man-to-man with those corners almost the whole game.
3rd down and 4. Again, the crowd is lit up for this defense. They back out of the blitz. Levis throws and completes it. That's a first down to the 41 to Isaiah Epps.
I'll tell you, Will Levis is not just a big old strong runner. I mean, he has got some skills. He still has a couple more years to enhance his game at quarterback. He'll get better under Liam Cohen. But you see that one right there. Nice anticipation, guy in his face, and perfectly plays football.
Into Georgia territory at the 40. Juton McClain behind Levis. They'll give the fake to him, and he's hit from behind, and the ball is out. Georgia got it. Nolan Smith with the fumble recovery. Jalen Carter, I think, is the guy that caused it.
Yes, it was. Jalen Carter earlier. Great move inside. I thought he tried to throw the football, though. I wonder if he threw it, and they're going to call this an incomplete pass. Carter comes. Yes, he did throw that football. He was strong enough to hold on to it. Remember, as Gene said, they're going to call fumble on the field. But watch. He holds on. Was that a throw, or did it come out? I think his arm was moving forward. Let's see how this one goes.
After review, the passer had control of the ball while the hand was going forward. It will be 2nd down from the 40-yard line.
Oh, crowd loves that one.
Kind of got the feeling that Kentucky had to have that call, don't you think? Because I think Georgia's going to kind of trot right back in. I think he had control of it. Was he throwing it? I don't know, but the ball and the hand was going forward.
Play action is going to swing it out in the flat, and good looking play. Got about 9 out to Isaiah Cummings again.
When we talked to offensive coordinator Liam Cohen for Kentucky, he said, you know, I don't expect we're going to run the ball for 200 yards. It's more like an NFL game. Can we run the ball for 135 and keep our play action game? Stay in the game so we have enough ability to see him on the sideline dealing with like he's going to win. That was it. The Rams, and I never, you know, this defense is pretty good.
Yeah, they're
pretty good. We placed in the NFL.
They've got a manageable 3rd down here. Let's see if Levis will come up under center. It's 3rd down and a yard. Nope, it's going to stay in the shotgun. Little flip to Robinson. Got the edge and got the first down. Only needed 1, and he got about 4. Second time they've run that play for Wandale Robinson.
Again, the importance of that play. Remember, the fumble when 2 Kentucky players had an opportunity to get the fumble, and Milton got it. And then that forward pass, I mean, that kept Kentucky and kept their defense on the sideline. They're gassed. 9-play drive now. If they can score here, they're saying, okay, finally we can take a breath. We're in the game.
First down at the Georgia 28. Levis, here's a swing and a lateral to Smoke on the edge. And Cavassier Smoke got about 8 yards before he's run out of bounds. Levis, wheel route. And
that's going to be interference, absolutely.
Quay Walker was out there on McClain.
It was actually a good penalty by Quay Walker on the play. If he didn't, that was going to be a touchdown. Nice design play. Quay Walker right here has the back on the wheel route.
Defense, number 7.
Mugs him on the play, but if he hadn't, it would have turned up.
Automatic first down.
Yeah, there was nobody in front of him.
Nope.
So first down by penalty now. And spotted at the 18-yard line. Maybe the 17. 17. Smoke stays in there as the tailback behind Levis. Smoke inside the 12. Trayvon Walker brought him down. We're down to the 5-minute mark, and Smoke comes up limping. They fake it to him. Levis wants to throw back to him. Rodriguez makes the catch. A blocker in front down the sideline. And it's 1st and goal as he's knocked out of bounds inside the 5.
Again, Cohen, the offensive coordinator, going, we need this drive. It's like the last drive of the game when they have to score. He's pulling out every play he's got to get into the end zone right now. Well executed, go to the outside. Another wonderful call, execution by the Kentucky offense on this drive.
The pylon cam comes right at you. As this is where it gets tough sledding against Georgia, but this is only a yard away from the end zone.
And this is where having a running big quarterback helps in Will Levis.
1st and goal at the 1. Levis under center. Robinson in motion. And they fake the end around, and they lob it to a wide open Justin Rigg, the tight end, for the touchdown. First points that Georgia has allowed in the second quarter all year.
Part of the Ram offense is to use motion to confuse the secondary. When the motion comes across, Georgia has to adjust. Who do I got? I got number 2. I got number 3. And then the play action pass. Wait, who had that guy? Beautiful use of motion in the play call.
Mark Ruffalo in for the point after. As Rigg, the tight end, will be part of the blocking package for this extra point. And it's up and good.
So Kentucky got a break, got the call, but they took advantage of the call. 13 plays. Nice
Only
drive.
The 3rd touchdown Kirby Smart's defense has given up all year. And for Will Levis, his 12th touchdown pass of the year, the offensive coordinator says that was a pretty good drive I just called. 75 yards in 13 plays. A couple of those previous touchdowns were in second halves in duty maybe against not the front line defense of Georgia. But that one was earned. Good looking drive of 13 plays and 75 yards to get the touchdown and cut it to 7. Let's see if Stetson Bennett and Georgia can answer. White going to be dragged down for about a 4-yard loss. Josh Paschal with a tackle.
And if you put on, if anybody wants to put on a tape and watch somebody play some football, put on the Florida tape and watch Josh Paschal play football. He was all over the field, unblockable in that football game. He showed it again right there. Remember, Georgia gets the ball to start the second half. A huge drive for this Kentucky defense.
James Cook in with Stetson Bennett in the Bulldog backfield. 3rd down and 7. Kentucky thinking about getting the ball back, trying to tie things up before halftime. Bennett running for his life and throws it to the sideline, and it'll be 4th down. Paschal again was given chase. So it's calmed the fans down here in Athens. And now you got to look out for that guy too when you punt it to him.
And remember, this one will be into the wind. It'll hold up a little bit. Be careful. If you get it to the 50, okay, but you don't want to take any chances.
It's going to have Rodriguez come from the wide receiver spot back behind him from the 31. And it's Rodriguez going down for a loss of almost 2.
I think Will Levis is not, he doesn't have, a lot of football games in this offense under his belt. Has he earned the right to just say, all right, let him go 2 a minute, just take it? Well, no, not yet, in my opinion. Remember, because of those 2 stoppages, Georgia only has 1 timeout left.
Robinson across the field in motion. He's going to throw it back over there to him. He's wide open, but the Georgia defense closes in a hurry. And I mean a hurry. De'Aaron Kendrick and Nolan Smith were waiting for him.
Again, a safe play. Dialing up something good might happen, but not with the zone. And really good job that time by Kendrick, pointing out and kind of vicing the player, kind of cornering Robinson on the play.
Kendrick, one of those guys that came transferred from the portal from Clemson, where he started 3 years. So he's new to the Georgia defense. At the 1 minute mark, 3rd down and 11. Rodriguez this time does go out as a wide receiver.
Quarterback draw? Kind of.
Yeah, well, he's going to draw a feed from Carter and company.
Pretty much now, nothing really too fancy with Georgia only having 1 timeout. Kentucky said we're going to play this safe. Now Georgia uses it right here, but only 47 seconds left in the half.
So that sack was number 23, forces a punt when we come back. First ever matchup of 6-0 SEC East teams against each other.
And I think the Georgia fans will understand this. You don't want anybody to make a huge mistake. Stetson Bennett here at the end of the half. But I think Mark Stoops has to be satisfied with where he's good. It could have got ugly on that one last fumble that went his way.
So Georgia with a touchdown lead. Both teams head to their respective locker rooms. Georgia at home, up by a score as we have played 2 quarters officially right now. His team down a touchdown to the number 1 team in the country at the end of the half. 14-7 Georgia. We send it to Adam Zucker in our New York studio now for the Geico halftime report. Zuck. Is the inside track to make it to Atlanta as the East champion. If you win this one, you're in the pole position in the race for early December, and we've still got a half a race left. Stetson Bennett, first play of the half, fires it out to Darnell Washington, much like he did early in the first half. Let's check in with Jamie. James Cook now back in the backfield for Georgia. He's got one of their touchdowns today off the pass from Stetson Bennett. Bennett in trouble. Gets it to Bowers, a tight end. First grab for him today. And the freshman's off to the races. Bowers will take it all the way. There's a flag down. Bowers in the end zone. There's a flag back at the 35.
Yep. I think it was Salyer, number 69, that's going to get the clip on this one. I think it could have been Schaefer, but I think Bowers was going to score anyway.
Holding. Offense, number 54. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Result of the play is first down.
Justin Schaefer is a guilty party 54. Gary's going to circle him right there.
And Bowers would outrun this. No need to grab and yank down like he did. And Bowers, one of those unnamed guys that make this offense go.
And negates a 59-yard touchdown. The first down after the penalty, the 44. Here's an end around. McConkey weaving through people down to the 29-yard line. Ladd McConkey, a little guy with a big gain.
Stetson Bennett was out in front of the play, but Luke McConkey barely needed him. Again, on back-to-back plays, you saw the speed by Brock Bowers and Luke McConkey, 2 game breakers. And I thought the opening play was interesting by Georgia also. They were throwing short all game, and they went deep. Let's look here from this Kentucky football team. Looks like they're going to get it off the edge right here. Nobody in the middle of the field.
Jordan Wright's a guy that's sneaking up there that Gary circled. Here they come. Georgia picks it up brilliantly again. Here's the long ball. McConkey. No, it's Bowers, and he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. That one's going to stand. There is a flag down, but I think it's interference on Kentucky.
Holding. Defense, number 14. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
This was too easy of a read. Stetson Bennett knew he had man-to-man all of it. Nobody in the middle of the field. He knows knows he's got man-to-man. Right away, he knows he's going to Bowers. No center fielder. He can lay it up in the field, and he goes and gets it.
Great catch, great throw. High points the ball and hauls it in. Podlesny in for the point after.
To overturn this, though, guys.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Brock Bowers is thinking, what do I have to do to get in the end zone here cleanly? Well,
that's true.
it's his 5th touchdown catch of the year for the freshman. Stetson Bennett's 2nd scoring toss today, and it was a beauty.
So his own body kind of hid the best look at it, and there's nothing they could do. You can't just assume the ball moved.
And there's the battery right there. Brock Bowers, 5th touchdown catch. Lesney's extra point is up and good.
And again, with all of the start of this season, who thought the key players would be Bowers, Bennett, and McConkey?
Well, if you remember the Atomic Dogs music from back in the 70s, we got a little bit of that going on right here. Stetson Bennett says, I don't remember that at all, but I do like my tight end. It's 21-7.
When you're out there walking the street, you may compete.
Wind up necessary.
Dude is put together too, isn't he?
It's that mayonnaise in the coffee.
I guess.
Start that.
Man. Or eating bananas without peeling. Something's working for him. 3rd down and 7. Levis plenty of time this time and zips it down the middle. 1st down out to the 40. Oh, the ball came out incomplete.
Called it incomplete, but boy, I'll tell you, that offensive line for Kentucky did their job. The story has been that defensive line for Georgia, but that time, plenty of time, perfect throw, maybe a little bit behind, but you expect your guy to come up with that catch.
And Epps just couldn't hold it.
And good defense, staying with the play. Again, those DBs stay with it. It's never done.
That was Kendrick again who made that play. Georgia with a big shift. All 3 tight ends go from wide to in tight on the right. On 2nd and 6. They fake the pitch that way and they throw it that way. Zamir White doesn't catch a lot of balls out of the backfield, but he's got this one and he's got a lot of yardage at the end of it. Great run after the catch, and now you hear the chants of Zeus.
All right,
for Zamir White.
I'm sorry, Brett. Excuse me. I tell you, this is not easy. You think, oh, come on, make the tackle. You've got an elite running back one-on-one, and that's a tough open field tackle. The second one, maybe not as good, should have been broken down, but you get a guy one-on-one in open field, I think that's called a successful play call for Georgia.
Only Zamir White's 2nd reception, and I kind of wonder why they don't swing it out to him more, because when he gets that 230 pounds coming after you and you're out there on the corner going, I don't think I want to tackle this guy that badly. Milton comes back in now. Bennett throws, completes it to Fitzpatrick. Perfect throw, and Fitzpatrick stuck it in there. Another tall tight end who just snatched it away from the defender.
All right, so what Jamie told us after halftime from Kirby Smart is right on. A little bothered by that arm that he got hit early in the game, but right here, you can't throw a ball any better than this. The touchdown throw, and he comes back with even a better throw to the sideline.
1st down at the 33. 9.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Play fake. Bennett, plenty of time. Fires near sides. Got his man, A.D. Mitchell. Out of bounds just inside the 11.
I don't know if Mitchell broke his route out or he was trying to do it. I think they were trying to hit the crossing route, and then Mitchell comes back. Watch, I think he's trying to go to the post, gets stuffed, and then just comes back out, and Bennett finds it.
To the 10-yard line goes Milton. 3rd down and 4. Milton on the pitch, going to be dropped for a loss. Nice play defensively by Quandre Mosley.
Yeah, that looked a little weird that time. That was a nice play by Mosley to the outside, just kind of runs around the block. Nobody really on him. Might have been a busted assignment that time by Brock Bowers, number 19. They got 3 tight ends, and they were 0 for 3. None of the 3 went after him.
Jack Podlesny is 9 out of 12 so far on the season. This will be a 26-yard field goal attempt to try to stretch Georgia's lead. Out of a Camarda hold. A But Lesney splits the uprights right down the middle. And with 7:21 remaining in the third quarter, Georgia adds to their cushion. 24-7 Dogs. Third down at 4. Georgia's coming. Levis hesitates. And he who hesitates goes down. Loss of a yard. Trayvon Walker and company meet at the quarterback.
Great job that time by this secondary for Georgia. The safety takes the wheel route. That's where they were trying to go for the ball. Nowhere to go. Man-to-man coverage. Dan Lanning dialed up the blitz with man that time instead of zone, and it worked.
And again, another sack by the Georgia defense. Again, Georgia with a bunch group of receivers to Stetson Bennett's right, including Bowers, the tight end. And he's going to try to run out of trouble, and he can't. Good job by the Kentucky defense.
Yeah, that was a nice design, wasn't it? Fake the blitz inside. Then they back off like they're going to go away. They come back, and then they delay blitz on the play.
DeAndre Square is the guy that's going to get credit for most of that. Number 5. Good job by the Brad White defense of Kentucky, forcing a Jake Camarda punt. Wendell Robinson's just going to get out of the way. Not one of Camarda's better efforts. And they're going to spot it around the 45-yard line. So good field position for the Kentucky offense after their defense does its job. Athens, Sanford Stadium, where Kentucky's trying to get back in this game with good field position. Levis off the play fake, fires and into some traffic, and he threw a dart to Marcus Harris.
Yes, he did. Rolling to his left. Watch him get his body set and deliver that pass to Harris. Turn, set, turn, fire, bang. Man, he's got a quick release.
Right on the money. And a pickup of 17 inside the Georgia 40. Just what Kentucky needed on the first snap after the good field position. We approach 3 minutes in the third quarter. Robinson in motion. They fake the toss sweep. They throw it out complete again. And again it's Harris. And another first down for Kentucky.
Will Levis has a bright future. You know, when first watching him from afar, watching highlights, you see him jump over people and do crazy stuff on TikTok. You think, you know, this is one of these guys that are just a bulldozer. But he's got some talent. Look at that throw. Just a snap out there. He learns how to play every part of the quarterback position. He's going to be dangerous. I'll tell you, the two parts of this defense that Georgia has been good at is controlling the two playmakers, Robinson and Rodriguez. Neither one have been able to get loose for anything at all. When you look at Robinson, I mean, he's just 5 catches for 19 yards. That's basically nothing.
A couple of those were those little hop pass things where you just sort of hand off to him. Third down and 8.
And the leading rusher, 7 rushing yards.
Georgia held Auburn to 46 yards on 29 carries last week. Levis, screen pass to the tight end Rigg, and he's still going. First and goal. So he's been big today, number 83.
So 83 was hid in the fullback position. He's right here. Second back out to the weak side. The screen pass that forces that Georgia team to handle a different number to the weak side. That's kind of the old fullback screen back in the day. Play it with a tight end.
Kentucky up to the line quickly at the 10. First and goal. They'll have to earn it because they're right at the 10-yard line. Levis rolls, fires back across his body again, in and out of the hands of Robinson, incomplete. And he's shaken up.
I tell you, you can't blame a quarterback who's having a good day, and he's triggering. But on this one, I really thought on first down, Levis could have run the ball. Now,
but he's not in there on second down and goal for this play. Levis wants to throw back to Rodriguez. Does, and Georgia's there to meet him. And it's Nakobe Dean.
We first noticed Nakobe Dean a year ago as being an outstanding player, but he's taken it to the next level this year in 2021. I mean, there's been some great middle linebackers here, but Nakobe Dean is doing it all right now. Smelling out the play, running through two blockers, and making the play. When that ball was in the air, I said if they get the block on 17, it's a walk-in.
They didn't get it.
They didn't get it.
Third down and goal. Now with the ball back at the 15. Levis throws it in the dirt. The pressure was too much. And a flag down.
Flag came in.
Chop block is a preliminary signal.
Well, Rodriguez collisioned with him, and they're going to call it a chop block.
Personal foul. Chop blocks. Offense. On 51 and 24. That penalty is declined. It was over the player's fourth down.
So they declined the penalty.
And right now, Mark Stoops has to make this a field goal attempt right here. Make it a two-score game.
Well, Matt Ruffalo is 4 out of 5 on the year. His longest has been 45. And this one won't be that long. It's only going to be about 33. 33-yard field goal attempt. Try to cut into the Georgia lead. Matt Ruffalo. And it's blocked. Georgia got it. It might have been Jordan Davis or Devontae Wyatt, but back comes the football with Jackson.
They're right in the same spot. 99 and 95. They split that gap. God, they can get through cracks, those guys. Coming right through, both of them. Look at the two guys right there. I think both of them could have got it.
Both are laying out.
Look at that. A red wall coming at you to block it.
That's the way the quarter ends, with a flurry from the dog defense again. We played 3, 24-7 Georgia. We start the fourth quarter in Athens. 24-7. Georgia at home, and Sanford Stadium rocking during that last 3 minutes. And those guys were partying over there on the sideline. Think they don't love playing together?
All
Davis
three of
and
them.
Wyatt and Walker and Carter. And there was a big hug fest after that block field goal. Georgia from the 18. Zamir White broke one tackle, broke a second tackle. Third down, toss to Zamir White. Trying to cut it outside. He might have it. It's going to be close. Jaquez Jones brought him down.
Yeah, he came, he smelled out the play. Jones gets there, but falling forward for enough.
Just enough. They'll move the chains. James Cook comes back in. Zamir White gets a breather.
And right now, you know, Kirby Smart is saying, make sure that we take this play clock down each time.
We're underway in Athens.
Down the hash, they won't catch it. Touchdown, Georgia. Long pass, touchdown, Kentucky.
And here's the long ball. Bowers, and he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. That was a look at our Ally Bank game recap. Stetson Bennett, 206 yards passing, a couple of touchdowns. Levis has a touchdown pass. The Georgia tight ends have been big. And then maybe the biggest play of the game by the Georgia defense, and Gary, there's been a ton of them, the blocked field goal.
A blocked field goal right after Nakobe Dean's play, but again, as we've been told all week, there's so many good players out here. It's just guys taking turns, making big plays. I'm wondering if Mark Stoops might challenge. It was a third down call on on that first down. It was pretty close. Was his knee? It's a big call because they need the ball back. Did the knee go down before he went across the line? Might be worth it because they need Kentucky the ball back badly.
Here comes the call.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The result of the play is the first down.
Well, we missed that one, or at least our replay official, Stan Murray, did not feel the way that we did.
And that's the tough part. It's a bit more arbitrary, kind of a wry smile from Mark Stoops right there. A little more arbitrary than the goal line, where you all know what we're dealing with there. Still, I think worth the gamble. I know those timeouts, those challenges are, I don't know, maybe, was this a replay? Did they stop it, or did Stoops do it?
I thought he took a timeout.
He did? He took a timeout.
Bennett down the middle, throws a strike again to Bowers into Kentucky territory. Brooke Bowers again, another big catch.
Condensed formation. Bowers knows he's got outside technique the whole way by Cedric Dorton. The cornerback on the tight end, and Bowers is being, he's a hybrid tight end. He's big and strong, but he runs, like a wide receiver.
4 catches now, including a touchdown.
New breed tight end they have all over the NFL these days.
Kirby Smart told us yesterday the moment is never too big for Bowers. Here's James Cook. And he's got a big gain all the way down to the 23. Georgia rolling now with 12:40 to go, and they're threatening again.
This time they just go behind the big guys. Tight end still, and remember, this Georgia team puts 2 tight ends in. It's Fitzpatrick that time, taking the end man on the line of scrimmage with the block by the tight end. Use of the tight end package. They've got 3 great ones.
Yep.
They use all 3 of them. They've been able to do whatever they want in this game.
Kendall Milton back in there. One of those 3 tailbacks used today. They fake it to him. Bennett's going to loft it. Bowers has got it. Touchdown, Georgia again to the tight end. The moment's never too big for him. I guess not.
How about Bowers adjusting to this ball? When he turns around and finds it, the pass is halfway there. He gets collision right here by, I think it's Weaver, number 13. And then ball's up there. He turns around. The ball was within 6 yards of him. And he reacts to that ball when it's in the air. What a throw, yes. But the reaction by Bowers, what an athlete this guy is,
wow.
huh?
Leslie missed an extra point for the first time for Georgia in about 365 extra point attempts, which was an ongoing record until right there. But they'll take the 6 anyway. Bowers, what a huge game for number 19.
Kentucky has a good, well-balanced football team and offense this year. They've shut it down. 1 drive, basically.
10 minutes to play. Levis needs this 3rd down. And he got it to Robinson.
Boy, that was a really nice pass. I thought Wan'Dale Robinson was going to grab that and just keep running. The ball was in the hole, and I thought it was good enough that he might just take it and scoot, because nobody's behind him here. Perfect throw, and he kind of slides and makes the catch. See, that was one where you just, keep going with that ball. You have to secure it, I get it. But that's one in tapes on Monday, he's going to go, I could have just gone with that one.
Got it out to the 41. Levis loads, throws short on a crossing route, complete to Epps. He's short of the first down.
Pretty much got to go for it, don't you?
I guess so. They're about 4 yards short of the first down, but they're down under 7.5 minutes. It's like everybody's taking a big deep breath, and you're going to hear the noise coming here in a second. This might be the last time Kentucky even touches it if they don't pick up this 4th down. Levis going to try to run for it, and he's got it. Quay Walker will bring him down, but he picked up the first down. Needed 5, got about 8. And he barely beat the clock just to get that snap. He was clapping his hands frantically.
I thought they might have had 2 men in motion. Did they get set for a full second? Cavazzi smoke moves, tight end. See, 2 men were in motion on that play. That could have been called.
Yep.
You can't have a shift in motion at the same time.
It's going to be tight just getting the play off. Quick throw, Robinson with the catch, and the first down. Jackson will run him out of bounds. But he picked up the first down, they moved the chains.
Keep the ball in front of you if you're Georgia. Kentucky can't do much more than take what's there. You know, you force it downfield against the zone, you're just going to get it with these athletes picked off. You got to take what's there. And Georgia right now said, okay, you know, I mean, you're moving it, but you ain't going to beat us.
Like Gary said, Waddell Robinson's got 9 catches, but not for much yardage at all.
Nothing big. No game breaker.
At the 34 at the 5-minute mark. Levis, look out behind you. Down he goes.
I think it was Keely Ringo, the corner blitz that time, coming around the tight end. Anytime you have a short field to the sideline, when you're on that near hash, you have to be careful. They had a guy on him. Riggs was on him, but he ran right through it. But it really didn't matter much because Quay Walker was going to get him if Keely didn't.
A loss of 9, another sack for Georgia. And they've got a 3rd down and long coming up, but it's 2-down territory without a doubt. So they got a couple of plays here to pick up the next first down. Levis throws. Nice throw to Robinson. He's short. No, maybe not. They might give it to him. Thought he was going to be short by a couple feet.
Yeah, matched up against Keely Ringo. Done a good job all day today. Tough matchup. One-on-one. Perfect throw. Knee comes down, and then he kind of bounces forward.
And it's first down at the 24. This is the deepest Kentucky has been in Georgia territory since they got the field goal block.
Yes, and the play before when Nakobe Dean ran through 3 blockers to save a touchdown. I know that might be the defensive play of the game.
This is a 14th play of this drive, though, and it's taken them a long time. And there's only 3 minutes left. Swing pass out to Robinson again. And again, the Georgia defense, and Scene comes up to make the hit.
And again, Ringo does it the way you're supposed to do it. When you're playing good zone defense, you know people are coming behind you. You take away that outside shoulder and let all the pursuit come inside. Force them inside, and you get Scene making the tackle.
3rd down and 6. Oh, 3rd down and 11, beg your pardon. Throw is complete, and it's going to be close to a first down to Cummings again.
Yeah, I think right now Mark Stoops is saying this is going to help us the rest of the season. Going against this defense, pass blocking these guys, gaining confidence that we can move the ball. That's what I think right now Mark Stoops is thinking about.
Nakobe Dean really got a piece of the shoulder of Cummings there, and he's the player that's down for Kentucky. Up to the line quickly on 4th down of a yard. See if Levis does it himself. He will for the quarterback keeper. And the sneak will sneak him just over the first down marker.
So both these teams have a bye next week. Of course, Georgia will be facing Kentucky. Georgia will be facing Florida next. We'll be doing that game. And
Jacksonville.
Yep, and then Kentucky's got at Mississippi State. So these, looking forward, you know, I mean, Georgia knows where they're marching, where they want to go. Kentucky trying to finish off a successful season.
Under a minute, 2nd down and 8. Georgia now, the defense, just trying to keep Kentucky out of the end zone here late in the game. And they do to that point, but it's at the 1-yard line to McClain.
Of course, McClain's coming off the suspension. This is his first action, and right down there, hurry up.
Levis leaps, almost lost the ball. Didn't get there. And now 30 seconds. Georgia actually has the ball at the end of the play, but that's Brini. On the previous play, we'll look back to make sure that McLean didn't get in the end zone. He did not. And then it's Levis. On the ground, I don't know this time by McLean either.
I think Mark Stoops will take a timeout here.
He might not have time.
I think he will.
With 3 seconds left. Kirby Smart says, get back out there. McLean wrapped up for no gain. Davis and Walthour and company, they got 1 play left. I know this play means a lot to some people.
It's
not so much to others.
It's not meaningless. With the time put black on the clock, 7 seconds, you could throw a quick pass and get 2 plays if you want.
22nd play of the drive. The short toss to Robinson, and he got in. Touchdown, Kentucky. The Georgia defense was out there inciting the crowd, and they wanted to keep him out of the end zone, but they just couldn't on the 22nd play that took 11 and a half minutes.
Get behind the 2 tight ends and just dive across.
Wendell Robinson backs in just barely, and touchdown, Kentucky.
What was that, 22-play drive?
Yeah.
22 plays.
11 and a half minutes. They took the whole quarter almost, but they got there. Extra point by Ruffalo. Is blocked. Nakobe Dean flags down. There's a Georgia player on the field. Nakobe Dean comes out of the pile.
Georgia's players got to be careful. If they get an unsportsmanlike penalty, they could be out for the first half against Florida.
Somebody was on the sideline there and walked on the field with their helmet off because they thought the game was over. At least that's what I saw in real action. This is the second block kick of the day for Georgia. And it's those big guys on the inside, Carter and company again.
Yep.
Jalen Carter. And then Kobe Dean catches it on a hop off the ricochet from Dan Jackson's hands, actually. And there's the player out there that shouldn't have been.
Yes, it was Devontae Wyatt, no doubt about that. But I thought I saw what might have been 17, Nakobe Dean take a swing. Might have been, I can't swear to that, but I thought I saw 2 players jostling and one of them take a swing.
And Kirby Smart over there with Jalen Carter, who just blocked the extra point. That was a 1-yard touchdown pass.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. During the return, personal foul, illegal blindside block. Number
they're still trying to straighten it all out here.
Don't know who it was. It really didn't. Just so many people kind of yelling at each other.
There were 2 fouls on the defense. Personal foul, illegal blindside block. Number 88. That penalty is declined by rule. Sideline interference against the defense. The players coming onto the field. That's a live ball treated as a dead ball. That play will be enforced 15 yards from the kickoff.
So both.
Well, that's good news for Georgia. Nothing that is going to get them to miss out. But I thought I saw somebody throw. Was it Carter? And that's exactly why Kirby went up and talked to Carter and said, you can't do that. We need you. That could have costed him a half
against
Jacksonville, against Florida. That's why I went to him and said, you can't make that mistake.
And that's after he had blocked the extra point, too. So he made a good play and then a bad play, all in one play.
Lucky he got away with that.
Yep. So Georgia gives up 2 touchdowns today, but it took all the way to the final 4 seconds for the second one. This will have no effect on their #1 ranking.
You can see him. He's talking to him like, we can't throw punches. That can cost you a half in the next game. Can't do it.
So the Good Hands team is up there. Chance Poore will kick off for Kentucky. Hopper, and that will do it for Kearis Jackson as the game comes to an end. Georgia's still perfect. 7-0 and 5-0 in the conference, and Kentucky suffers its first loss of the year. 30-13 the final. Georgia's got a week off, and then we'll meet them down in Jacksonville against the Florida Gators. One of the stars of the show today, Brock Bowers, 2 touchdown catches coming up after our game. Adam, VJ, and Houston with the day's best highlights on the college football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage. Well, the Dogs are still going. 7-0 and 5-0. As you look at the standings in the East, they take the top spot, and Kentucky falls a game behind with the setback today. 30-13, the final from Athens. Will this be the year of the Dog? They're well on their way, and now maybe well on their way to the East title and a trip to Atlanta. That's going to wrap it up for us. For Gary Danielson and Jamie Erdahl, Gene Steratore, and our entire CBS crew, Brad Nessler saying so long from Sanford Stadium. Final score, Dogs over the Cats, 30-13. We'll get you back to Adam Zucker and company for the college football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage right after these messages. So long from Athens.